Black walnut is rich in nutrients. They also have antioxidants, phenolic acids, unsaturated fats. And all those things are really good at lowering blood pressure, reducing inflammation, supporting heart health, and they have the highest content of all the nuts out there. Come on over and learn some more with me. Hi, everybody. It's Rachel with the Herbalist Garden, and I'm so glad to be here with you today. I've been looking forward to doing this one. It was highly talked about in um, the feet words. Sorry, I'm working on it. So, Facebook page, the Herbalist Garden, is where we all started out here, and that is where we talk about a lot of the things that I condense here. And it's just nice when, like, this week we're talking about this one, this week we're talking about this herb, this week we're talking about this herb, and it's just like a weekly or a daily thing. But here we have like a full dive. It's not a deep dive because it could go way deeper than what I put on when I tell you guys here. Way deeper. But this is like, what's the word I'm looking for? Concentrated information on herbs, on the herbs. Basically a weekly herb. Why not? And you get little fun videos in between sometimes, and then the shorts. Well, we've been talking about black walnut over there recently because I am personally allergic to it. I cannot have it. So there's also plenty of people who benefit big time from it, and we're going to find out all those reasons. Want to do my disclaimer? I am an herbalist. I am not a doctor. Please do your own research because I cannot give you every bit of the information that there is to know. I also link all the sites that I glean my information from in the description below. Go check those out. They're there on purpose. Copyright issues, added research for you to do because every single one of these websites link to another website, the web, right? So you'll be able to go down whatever rabbit hole you want to go down. You may find contradictory information to what I am giving you. And guess what? That's okay. Because we're all learning here, number one. Number two, we're not trying to be better than anybody else. We're just rocking our lives, doing our best. Yeah, okay. I'm done. Black walnut tree, right? Juglans nigra was introduced in Europe in the mid 1600s. Oh, it's on the screen over here. So that I don't get distracted as easily like I always do. Okay. And my seat keeps on going, so I'm going to, it's really annoying. Do have another one I can have, but I got to put it together. Anyway. Introduced in Europe in the mid 1600s, and it has not spread beyond America and Europe. The black walnut tree is a large deciduous native to the United States and certain parts of southern Canada. The female flower of the tree blooms and turns into a nut, usually in a cluster of 4 or 5. These can be harvested for various uses, including the medicinal benefits of both the husk and the nut itself. Black walnuts are a popular food source in both America and Europe and can be found in everything from candy, ice cream, fudge, salads, chicken, pork, and pasta dishes. Black walnut, they don't grow in orchards like most nuts. Instead, they grow wild across North America. They're rich and bold in flavor and have the highest protein content of any tree nut. and is also packed with vitamin A, iron, minerals, and fiber. Higher levels of antioxidants, polyunsaturated fatty acids, and other health promoting compounds that the more common English walnuts, they're just they're higher in all those things than an English walnut because they're cultivated. But it makes them useful in reducing risks of cancer, heart disease, diabetes. We're going to talk about all of this stuff. So it's higher specifically in protein content compared to other nuts because of the amount of manganese in it, the rich omega-3 fatty acid content. It's got more powerful antioxidants, and it actually has Juglin, which is specifically unique to the walnut species. It has ellagic acid and various polyphenols that contribute to other health benefits. According to the USDA National Nutrient Database, black walnuts rich in fatty acids, carbohydrates, protein. The high concentration of omega-3s and unique organic compounds is what gives black walnut its strong nutritional profile. The walnuts are a rich source of fiber and many vitamins and minerals. They contain magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, iron, zinc, copper, manganese, and selenium. So, all those minerals and vitamins are highly concentrated in black walnut. So, eating black walnuts almost like taking a pharmaceutical, but because it's in concentrated form is what I'm going with there. It's healthy, it's natural. I still can't have them. Anyway, it's like a one size fits all. Have your walnuts. You eat them all. You can keep them all. I can't have them. They're all for you. Here, have them. So it has, but it's very, the English walnut has all these things too, but in much milder concentrations because they're cultivated. Because the black walnut has more protein and vitamin E, higher levels of healthy fats and antioxidants, and it has a richer, bolder flavor. The flavor is a very distinct difference as well. So, but the thing is, yes, we're having the nut. Y'all are having the nut to eat and add to all of these dishes and desserts and just grabbing handfuls of nuts. I keep pistachios sometimes, cashews, and almonds. I love them. Can have them. But they're down in my desk drawer over here and I munch on them every now and then. But the intrigue lies in the husk, the shell, the outer shell. And you want it green, okay? The outer layer is rich in bioactive compounds such as polyphenols, tannins, juglin, and those all exhibit antimicrobial, antifungal, and antiparasitic effects. Those natural defenses protect the tree from pests in the wild and are same compounds that herbal medicine has learned to harness in carefully measured amounts. So the black walnut husk or hull, people call them a hull too, the shell, has a long history of herbal medicine. Modern lab studies are beginning to validate some of these traditional uses, though current evidence comes from cell and animal research, not human trials. But you can ask any herbalist or anybody who does anything natural. They know black walnut is the way to go. My friend could not do those either. She could not do the black walnut tincture either. Anyway, extracts from The husk inhibit the growth of several bacteria and fungi, including Staphylococcus aureus, E. coli, and Candida albicans. Yeah, I can't pronounce things. One interesting finding is that the tincture seems to prevent the Candida from shifting into its invasive form, the stage when it's most likely to cause infection. There's a lot I could say here. This suggests that black walnut has the potential to help the body maintain healthier microbial balance rather than simply trying to kill everything off. Because that's what antibiotics do. They kill everything, the good bacteria, the bad bacteria. And then it takes a while for it all to build back up. I mean, I can only have so many of these probiotic drinks. No, I drink them because I like the feel of soda, but I don't like the sugar and nastiness of soda. So these are carbonated and they're probiotic, and that's just a benefit. And they're ginger lemon. They're like better for you. And I like them. So they're antioxidant, anti-inflammatory activity. That's what happens with the husk. The wow, naphthalenones, polyphenols, plant compounds. They're plant compounds known for their strong antioxidant effects. In lab tests, these compounds help neutralize free radicals and protect DNA from oxidative damage. Cool. That cellular protection can be one reason the black walnut is traditionally used for skin and immune support. While we don't have all human trials still, they're using animals, but you can ask any herbalist, as I said. We're our own human trial. Because, yeah, we do a lot of experimentation to understand what it can and cannot do to my body, your body, whoever's body, and there's a whole bunch. There's so much. Okay. It's also got anti-cancer potential, which they're going to tell you that every single time if they're loaded with antioxidants, and if they're anti-parasitic, and if they're antimicrobial, antibacterial, well, the antis. So the Juglin slowed the growth of breast and skin cancer cells and may be able to cross the blood-brain barrier. These are in lab studies. Gallic acid, yeah, gallic acid inhibited colon cancer cell growth. Ellagal, ella, Ellagic. That acid selectively slowed the growth of colon cancer cells while leaving other cells alone. These are promising cellular findings, but they are still in early stages of their studies, so they have to keep studying and keep studying and keep studying. Now it's best to view black walnut as a food and herbally that supports the overall cellular health, not its cancer treatment. I mean, I would not say to anyone out there, this is the cure for cancer. It's not. You can't have a cure for cancer like that. It doesn't work that way. It is a slow process. As the growth of this cancer is slow, so is the growth of the concept of preventing or fixing it. Nobody ever better claim that they know how to cure cancer. There is a lot of good information out there, but it is not for everybody. There's no one size fits all cure. That is that's the thing. There's not one size fits all. It's also neuroprotective. So this is the cool part. I like this one. It's neuroprotective. So it protects the brain, right? Right. I'm in there, getting understanding. Okay. Animal studies suggest that the juglin and other walnut compounds may help protect brain tissue following reduced blood flow, like ischemia, hinting at possible neuroprotective effects. There was another part. I missed it. Hang on. We'll get into all that here. Brain function. Here we go. Healthy fats and polyphenols may enhance cognitive performance and memory, and black walnuts are rich. And now this is another word altogether. Alagnotannins, a class of polyphenols. There's a ton of them, by the way. Antioxidants have all those big words. Frustrating. Okay. Those tannins have anti-inflammatory and free radical fighting properties in the body. So, according to a 2024 research review, these compounds help prevent the onset and progression of neurodegenerative diseases. Examples of these diseases include Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. hmm Making sure I cover everything here. Because we've got two brains, remember that. Because I got to go over that one. Okay, back up, back up. Sorry, I'm trying to organize this better. But some things, they all kind of like, they mesh. They mesh. That's how it's like. Because all of our body meshes together. Guess what? It's one unit. Anyway, it's also a treatment for warts. Warts are growths on the skin caused by viral infection. Regular application of green, black, black walnut hull extract is often reported to cause warts to shrivel and die. It's applied undiluted directly to the wart daily and covered with tape or a band-aid. Results can take several weeks, but people find that their warts start to shrink and eventually die and fall off with this treatment. And it is much better for you than the stuff you get in the store. There's also been cases where people taking it like internally of theirs just after regular use of the extract that they go away on their own too, even if they're not treating them topically. So it also stops your body's reaction that causes sweating. Okay, so one of the more unusual benefits of black walnut is known to help reduce excessive sweating. The high levels of astringent tannins in the hulls affect overactive sweat glands, reducing the amount of sweat that they produce. Cool. I have some people I need to tell that. Yeah, go and take a listen to that. So it also can treat a sore throat. I mean, of course, if it's all the antis, then obviously it's going to treat a sore throat. You can gargle with black walnut tincture diluted in water to treat a sore throat, tonsillitis, and mouth sores. Once again, the astringent tangents and naturally antiseptic iodine provide the beneficial effects. They're calling it iodine. It's not iodine, but it's like iodine like. Interesting. So it also can improve respiratory conditions. Gargling with black walnut extract can be very effective for soothing sore throats. The anti-inflammatory nature can relieve irritation and inflammation. Cardiovascular health. This is just a one-stop shop. Several studies have found that walnuts positively affect vascular reactivity, meaning they help blood vessels respond to changes in the body in a healthy way. Walnuts help lower LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and reduce the risk of excessive clotting and inflammation. They contain, they have omega-3s, the antioxidants, that all that improves cardiovascular as well. Tree nuts, including black walnuts, are associated with lower rates of heart disease and reduced risk of gallstones. Women who eat more nuts are less likely to develop diabetes. There are also evidence that eating nuts might lower blood pressure, reduce cancer risk, and prevent inflammation. I mean, a recent study, it was shown to promote cell death in human colorectal cells. And given the black walnut's jugulan content, it could make the black walnut a potential cancer-fighting food. Cool. I mean, I get it. I get why they're saying it's known specifically for like pancreatic cancer. A 2020 study concluded the Juglans, a compound found in black walnut tree bark, husks, root, and leaves, could help control the growth of pancreatic cancer cells in test tubes. More research is needed to determine whether the nuts themselves offer the benefits, as jugulan concentrations vary by part of black walnut tree. It also is, it tends to, if we're going, I'm just giving you the information. Black walnuts also may reduce prostate cancer risks. They're high in the compound tocopherol. Researchers have linked the nutrient to inhibiting cell growth in prostate cancer cells, according to earlier research published in the International Journal of Food Properties. More up-to-date research is needed. Of course they do. It promotes healthy hair growth because of the zinc and omega-3s. So it supports scalp and hair health. The selenium, that specifically helps support thyroid function. Trace minerals such as selenium and zinc help maintain hormone balance. So it fights bacterial infections because of all the antis. The antimicrobial compounds may inhibit certain harmful bacteria. Duh. So it gives you kind of like a natural energy because it's very high calorie, healthy fat, and offers sustained energy throughout the day. So it'll just kind of give you an extra boost. The protein. It reduces inflammation. Duh. Boosts immune system. Because guess what? The antioxidants. They strengthen the immune system. So we already talked about the brain function. It promotes skin health. Why? Antioxidants. Reduces cholesterol. We talked about that already. It's also obesity prevention because they're high in calories, but they are sustaining in your body so you don't hungry again sooner. And they're high in fiber, so that also makes it so that they're going to satiate your hunger a lot better. So it improves bone health because of the magnesium and phosphorus. Those two nutrients support bone density. Magnesium, I'm always telling everybody, get magnesium. Most people are deficient in magnesium. Take magnesium. Personally, my preference is magnesium glycinate. Works best in my body, but there's a lot of different types. Phosphorus is also good for bone density. It enhances male reproductive health. Some studies suggest walnuts may improve sperm quality and motility. I know some people who need to hear that. Supports liver detoxification. It is traditionally used to support a liver cleanse. It's also now become traditional to be used as a parasite cleanse. Mhm. So we're going to get to that. It helps with gut health. One study found that subjects who ate 43 grams of walnuts per day for 8 weeks had higher levels of probiotics and other beneficial gut bacteria than those who didn't. A healthy gut bacteria is associated with reduced rates of both depression and colon cancer. Yes, depression can be caused by your gut health. Mhm. Stop eating junk food. Please, please, please stop eating fast food. I mean, okay, I have it maybe once a year out of desperation, like road trip stuff. But don't make it a part of your daily eating. Please don't. Please. Okay. Because it improves digestive health. So, I mean, if you're gonna eat junk food, I guess try to mend your gut at the same time and see what your body does. Just, I mean, you can be your own science experiment. I guess I am my own, so you can be your own. I ain't judging nobody. I just want people healthy. The fiber in black walnuts promotes healthy bowel movements and supports gut microbiota balance. Um, the black walnut hull is used in detox formulations to support intestinal cleaning. A systematic review found that eating walnuts may promote beneficial butyrate producing gut bacteria such as Rosburgia. Another systematic review confirmed these findings, noting modest improvements in gut bacteria diversity and short chain fatty acid production. So, daily serving of walnuts can help foster balanced gut microbiome. It's also antifungal. So there's a lot of studies that I'm going to just kind of whiz through here. But the juice from unripe black walnut hulls, so green black walnut hull extract, has been used in folk medicine for many years to treat localized topical dermatophytic fungal infections such as ringworm. The fungal infections may involve the keratinized tissues like hair, nails, skin. You know, such infections may be chronic and resistant to treatment, but rarely affect our general health, right? So it's like all these topical things. The like you can have ringworm and it's gross, but it's really not gonna overall damage your whole body. I mean, it can over time if you have like an infestation or something. But anyway, it's suggested that the biological activity of the black walnut hull is due to the naphthoquinins, Juglans. Um, they both have antifungal activity, and they're compared to other antifungal creams that you can get over the counter or through a pharmacy. The one I recognize, because there's a lot of words here, big words, like pharmaceutical words. But the one I recognize here is the clotrimazole, which is basically like over the counter It's an athlete's foot remedy cream, like Lotrimin. But it actually is the green black walnut hull extract is actually supposed to work better than those over-the-counter creams. In a study, Juglin exhibited moderate antifungal activity, similar to that. Well, this other study said that it was similar. The green black walnut hull extract equally works as well as the antifungal OTC creams. That's what this other study found. Because, and those things are often used on helping relieve chronic constipation, intestinal toxemia, portal congestion, hemorrhoids, giardia. So the derivatives of those naphthoquinins have been a great clinical interest because they exhibit strong antibacterial and antifungal activity. A series of 50 of the naphthoquinin derivatives were synthesized and evaluated for antibacterial and antifungal properties with the highest activity against the Staphylococcus aureus and Candida symptoms, and moderate activity against gram-positive and acid-positive bacteria. Another study, they used the Juglin inhibited 3 key enzymes of H. pylori, a gram-negative bacterium that causes human gastrointestinal diseases. So, several algae specimens, including these two, were significantly inhibited by the juglin. So, let's see, eliminates parasites. A friend of mine just used it for a parasite cleanse. So, it is a natural anti-parasitic remedy to cleanse the digestive tract. Historically, black walnut hull has been used as a natural remedy for intestinal parasites and fungal infections. The compound juglin, found predominantly in the hull, has demonstrated significant antimicrobial, antifungal, and antiparasitic activity against various pathogens, including yeast infections, intestinal worms, parasites. One of the key active components of black walnut hull is the juglin. That's what is such a good thing. And you can only get that in a walnut. And that's really cool to me. But at the same time, really darn to me because I can't use it. Have I said that before already? It is often used by organic gardeners as a natural pesticide. And researchers have observed that black walnut can expel parasitic worms from the body. Okay. The Pharmaceutical Society of Australia, black walnut is effective against ringworm, tapeworm, pinworm, threadworm, and other intestinal parasites. This is why black walnut makes a great addition to any parasite cleanse. So it can lower your blood pressure. According to the International Journal of Food Parasites, Food Properties, and other research, vasodilators can potentially lower blood pressure. The journal reports that black walnuts contain 3.62 grams of arginine per 100 grams of the food. This is slightly higher than English walnuts, which contain 2.28 grams of arginine per 100 grams. So it can also lower blood sugar because of the antioxidants and polyphenols and all that stuff. Dark chocolate, green tea, coffee, extra virgin olive oil, all of them have that too. But so do black walnuts. So basically, the fiber and the healthy fats are what slow glucose absorption and improve insulin response. So they're really good for that. Also, they have a lot of manganese, as highlighted in a nutritional table. Black walnuts are an excellent source of manganese, and the Trace minerals is essential for various bodily functions, including metabolism, bone formation, serves as a cofactor for numerous enzymes, and the powerful antioxidant superoxide dismutase. It's also high in copper, um, which is another trace mineral that is extremely essential for all of us. Copper is vital for iron metabolism, red blood cell formation, immune system function, and the maintenance of nerve cells and connective tissue. Copper. We put copper in, like, copper rods in our animal water to prevent algae, because it will also do that. Um, it also does not, like, bugs won't necessarily, like mosquitoes won't necessarily lay their eggs in there because of the copper content. It's also a natural dye, because people have dyed their hair brown, blackish brown. It depends on the hair quality, hair color, how porous it is. There's a lot of factors in how dye takes in your hair. But if dye takes in your hair really well, you could dye it with black walnut. You can. Um, the deep brown pigment in black walnut hulls is a powerful natural dye. So it has plenty of allergic reactions. You can have side effects to black walnut. So, people with tree nut allergies may experience itching, swelling, and severe allergic responses. You can have digestive upset if you are allergic to, um, but also excessive consumption may cause bloating, nausea, and stomach discomfort. It can cause skin irritation. The hull extract can cause contact dermatitis in sensitive individuals. Lower blood sugar too much. If you're already on blood sugar medication, diabetic medication, and you're trying to medicinally take if you're trying to take medicinal doses of black walnut, you're going to lower your blood sugar too much and you're not going to have a reaction. It can have other drug interactions. Tannins may interfere with the absorption of other medications. It can cause kidney stress if you're taking too much of it. Because of the high mineral content, your kidneys can process it, but not at a high rate, which if you're taking really high doses, then you're taking it at a high rate and your kidneys can be damaged and overloaded by it and toxicity. Herbal black walnut extracts are not recommended during pregnancy. That they're very caustic to the body. Breastfeeding safety is kind of unclear. Insufficient data and concentrated extracts during lactation. You're going to have to do your own research on that. High calorie content. Guess what? If you're going to eat too much in excess, yes, too much in excess. It's like an excess on steroids, okay? Too much excess. Then you're going to gain weight because it's in the high calorie content. And then potential toxicity from hull extract. Improperly prepared black walnut hull products can cause very adverse reactions. So make sure you know what you're doing. Do your research. So in healthy adults, 28 to 30 grams, or about one handful per day, is considered safe and beneficial. That equals roughly to 10 to 14 walnuts. That's your whole daily intake. It's all your body needs. If consuming black walnut supplements or hull extracts, always follow product dosage guidelines and consult somebody. So the whole nuts is 1 ounce daily. Black walnut hull powder, 500 to 1,000 milligram daily divided doses. Tincture, 10 to 20 drops diluted in water, 1 to 2 times daily. Dosages vary on purpose, digestive support, antifungal, parasite cleanse. Professional guidance is recommended when you're using it for therapeutic use because it can really, like, it's so caustic to the body. It's killing off, it won't kill off good things, but it kills off bad things. And sometimes your body will react to that. Okay. So, like, if you're improperly doing a parasite cleanse, you can make yourself like have flu-like symptoms, because those parasites that didn't get killed off are fighting now, and they're doing stuff. So precautions and interactions: if you're taking blood sugar lowering or diabetics, if you're taking anything that because the tannins may reduce the absorption of iron in certain drugs. Avoid combining strong antifungal medications without medical advice, basically. So no blood thinners, immunosuppressants, diabetes medication, no antacids, because it's not going to make them work. Just remember the Juglin toxicities for pets and plants and the tannin content. Um, when you want to collect them, yeah, like forage for your black walnuts. Collect shortly after they fall from the tree. Waiting too long increases the risk of mold and insect infestation. Wear gloves because they will turn your fingers black. The green outer hulls contain a powerful dye that will permanently stain the skin, clothing, and concrete. You've seen the concrete under walnut trees. So use a nut wizard or a rake, or simply pick them up by hand with your gloves on. But that's really all I have for you about black walnut. And it was a lot more than I actually expected to find. So that was a little bit longer, and I apologize for that. But thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Oh my goodness, I'm so appreciative of you. So appreciative. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe too. And don't forget that we're also on Facebook. The Herbalist Garden is over on Facebook. We have a growing community that is a lot of fun. I appreciate my people. Thank you so much for learning with me. Don't forget to check out all the links below. All my socials are down there. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for learning with me.